No matter what hydrangea you're growing in your garden, right now is the perfect time to deadhead all of them, and we're going to show you how.
Hi everybody, Sean and Allison here. We've got a lot of fall cleanup going on in our garden, and all the containers you see around us here. We're growing a lot of different species of hydrangeas, so we're excited to get them cleaned up and to show you how to do it.
Yeah, you might be thinking, well, depending on which hydrangea I have, doesn't that dictate what I need to do to it this time of year, or do I do anything to it? And usually, yeah, you're right. Most of the time you want to leave some hydrangeas alone, and others you can hard prune and do different things to this time of year in the fall. But we're going to show you some ins and outs to just get everything deadheaded, no matter what kind of hydrangea it is. And we're going to go over why that's important.
So we are growing lots of big leaf hydrangeas or macrophyllus. We've got panicle hydrangeas everywhere.
A lot of them.
Yeah, we also have smooth hydrangeas around the garden, and we have a lot more. So we'll show you how to take care of all of these.
All right, guys, we're in our hydrangea room.
Yay.
This is Allison's idea this year, if you remember, to get everything up off the ground, kind of more space, elevate things so we have more space to put things in front and whatnot. So right now you can see all the hydrangeas around me. We've got pufferfish, we've got Let's Dance Can Do, we got Fairy Trail Bride, we've got an eclipse over here. So over here we've got our Summer Crush hydrangeas on either side over here, and then we've got our Pop Star right here. And so this is a lace cap. It's still a macrophylla, as are the Summer Crush. So really, if we wanted to right now, we could hard prune these, but we're not going to go over that because we made a specific video about that about a year or two ago, talking about what to do with these and how to treat those. So if you want to check that out, to really hard prune these and get these shaped right now in the fall, go check that video out. What we're going to show you today is definitely deadheading these guys, and then also deadheading all our other hydrangeas, including this panicle hydrangea, this pufferfish. Now the difference between these hydrangeas and what we talk about in that other video is most of your older big leaf hydrangeas, they are going to flower on older wood, or what's considered at least 2-year-old wood. Compare that to the panicle hydrangeas, and they flower on new wood, or that year's first flush of growth. And so it's good to know that, because when you're making your pruning cuts, and we explained this in another video, you want to know where you're making those pruning cuts so you can figure out, am I cutting off next year's flowers or not? So for the panicle hydrangeas, usually you'll hard prune them in the springtime, because any new flush of growth, it's all going to have new flowers on it. But not so with your big leaf hydrangeas, who need at least another year's of growth, at least 1 year's of growth to then flower on. So, but for these guys, you don't need to hard prune them right now. And what we'll do is, for these panicle hydrangeas, and we'll show you some other examples here too, but on this pufferfish, just take your, any of your old flowers, take this, and I'm going to cut it right below that last part of the flower right there, that last stem of those flowers. I'm just going to cut it right there. And that's all you want to take off. You minimally take this off. If we don't take this off and we get a bunch of snow, this is going to collect a lot of snow. It's going to pack up. It's going to weigh it down, and it's just going to do this. And over time, if it gets too far down, it'll literally snap that, and we'll have all this damage. And then, which isn't that big of a deal if we're just going to cut it back in the spring anyway. But with all that damage, it opens it up to diseases. It opens it up to even some insects. And that can actually lead to other problems, right? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to go down that road. So we're just going to go through and we're going to deadhead all this. Now you can see what this looks like without all the flowers on it. You can see it's kind of not really shaped. It doesn't look really that pretty at all. But you know what? It's okay, because again, this is a panicle hydrangea. In the spring, we're going to give this a super hard prune, and it'll come right back with a new flush of a whole bunch of new growth and a lot of beautiful flowers. So we don't have to worry about what this looks like right now. So next up, we've got a mountain hydrangea, and this is Let's Dance Can Do. And This is a really beautiful hydrangea. A lot of these flowers are still going. They're still okay. This plant isn't completely dormant yet. So I don't want to deadhead this right now because I don't want to stimulate that new growth, any new growth at all, because of the cold temperatures we currently have and the freezing temperatures we're going to get in the next couple of weeks.
So we just started our video near this hydrangea, but we wanted to introduce this to you formally because it's a brand new hydrangea coming out next year that we're growing. This is from Endless Summer, and this is called Dream Cloud. You guys, it's still blooming in December. It's beautiful. This is a very long blooming macrophylla. It has beautiful, just huge mop heads, but what we love about this hydrangea so far is that it has an upright kind of rounded shape, and it grows really well in this container. So we've been growing this. This is basically only like 6 months old in our garden, and we're really excited to try this out in advance of it coming out next year. So one thing we love about it is it actually fades to pink. And that's always fun in a hydrangea because you have different blooms, different colors, and different ages of the flowers on the one plant. So looking at this hydrangea, one of the only ones still blooming in our garden, we don't really need to do anything with this right now since it has not gone dormant. It actually has brand new flowers budding right here.
So now for our big leaf hydrangeas, and you can see here, I've got Endless Summer in front of me here. These hydrangeas are going to flower on this year's growth, or at least 1 year or older wood. And so when I'm going through and pruning on these, I want to make sure where I'm making my cuts, I don't want to prune off any of the buds where those flowers, those new flowers are going to come from for next year. But we're not even going to do that today. What we're going to do on these big leaves is we're going to just deadhead them. We're just going to take off the minimal amount so we can then just keep moving forward. And we're going to come back and prune on these harder and shape them later on because we're kind of tight on time. Pretty much just follow the flowers down and just cut above these buds that are already on here. We're going to cut above those and then we'll just keep going like that. And the reason we're cutting above the buds is because that's where the new flowers are going to be next year.
Here is another beautiful hydrangea that's still blooming in our December garden. This is Twist and Shout. This is a gorgeous macrophylla that has a beautiful lace cap flower, as you can see here. So this is from Endless Summer, and we've been growing it obviously in this container for probably about a year now. Now, we really love the coloration on this flower is so beautiful, and we wanted to show that to you. And it's just fun to be able to see it right now since it is still in bloom. There's actually brand new blooms coming in as well, which is so crazy. But you can see all the different colors of the flowers and showing their ages. And it starts off kind of this, right now for us, it's kind of this light bluish purple, and it's fading to like a pink. So one thing to know about this hydrangea is it is hardy to zone 4. So if you have if you live in a colder zone, this would be a great hydrangea option for you.
So guys, we're here in front of one of our berry white hydrangea trees. Isn't this thing cool? This is really fun. This was really a great plant to grow this year. We even got it in one of our Crescent Garden containers down here, self-watering containers. You can see it's done flowering, it's done growing, it's completely dormant. And so again, these guys are so prone to collect so much snow on them, and then they just bend down, and then eventually, if they both bend down, it's gonna crack somewhere back here, and we just don't want that to do that because we wanna keep a lot of the scaffolding of these hydrangea trees for next year. We think it's really cool, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Again, I'm just gonna deadhead it, and I'm just gonna take these flowers, these inflorescences, I'm just gonna go down to right here where these buds are, where the first set of leaves were on this stem coming down, and I'm just gonna cut just above that. And there you go. That's all I'm going to do this whole thing, because again, these are panicle hydrangeas. We can hard prune them this coming spring and they'll be just fine with new flowers and everything. We don't need to form them right now. So if you're worried about pruning these right now and you're like, well, wait a minute, what about the freezing temperatures? And I'm opening these up. If I cut these, I'm opening up tissue. If you want to get this done, do it before, like a week or so before your forecasted freezing temperatures come in. If you've already got freezing temperatures, wait for about a week or so of warmer temperatures above freezing this fall or into the early winter to get this done. Because if you prune these and you do have freezing temperatures, what will happen is it will have dieback around these cut areas, this exposed tissue, and you don't want that either. So keep that in consideration when you're doing this. So guys, the last hydrangea we're going to show you how to deadhead this fall is this smooth hydrangea, and this is Invincibelle Sublime, and this is a proven winners variety. It's basically the same thing as the other ones, just prune it minimally, deadhead down. So take your old flower right here, and it's completely dormant, so it's okay to do this. Come down to the stem, come to the first leaf axils, or where your leaves were earlier this year, and just cut above that. And that's it. That's all you need to do. And then later we'll come through and prune these and shape these when we need to. Before I finish off this hydrangea, I just want you to imagine this half has been already pruned or deadheaded. The other half hasn't. Now, can you visualize snow coming down? These stems will be perfectly fine. The snow's not really going to accumulate too much at all on these stems. It's just going to fall through, right? But over here, it's going to accumulate on like all of these big, almost like palms or almost like hands or plates out here. And you can see once it does that, it's just going to bring them down and it'll snap them. So if you can visualize this, this is a really good example of why we're doing this. All right, now you can see we've got this all deadheaded back. These stems should be fine with any snow that comes down. So if you're worried about your hydrangeas accumulating a lot of snow on their old flowers from this previous year during this winter, this is how you can take care of it. It's a super simple way to do it, and we hope it was helpful.
If you want to learn a little bit more about some of the hydrangeas that we showed you, or just a little bit more information about them, check down below in our description. We'll have links to all the hydrangeas that we showed you. And also, if you have any hydrangea questions, let us know down below as well.
Yeah, and if you have any other questions at all about our garden, where we garden at, in our Zone 9A zoning area here, let us know too. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell notification and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. Until then, we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.